Hi everyone, I'm Patrick Pressoir and I'm from Team in Training. I've been part of Team in Training, or I've been running for Team in Training for the last 3 years, and I've been focusing mostly on corporate sponsors to reach my fundraising goals. I've done 4 marathons with Team in Training. I've done 10 marathons in all in the last 3 years, and I've had pretty good success with corporate sponsorships. Lately, some people have been asking me how I've been doing it. So what I've done is I put together a little presentation for you so you can get some ideas on how you can get corporate sponsors to help in your own fundraising. So the first thing I would say is really important is to leverage who you know. And what I mean by this is if you know people that have their own companies or people that work in companies, you need direct access to the decision makers, and that's presidents and vice presidents. If you don't have direct access to those decision makers, then the chances of you getting a sponsorship from that company are decreased significantly. So what I do is usually I look at my internal network, my immediate network, and I make a list of people that I know that are presidents and vice presidents of companies firstly. And the other thing I do is I make a list of people that I know people that are presidents and vice presidents. And then what I do with that is I'll write my letter with my fundraising goal, my fundraising objective, and why I'm doing it, in my fundraising letter basically, to the president and vice president. And at the same time, I'll also draft a letter for the people that I know that know presidents and vice presidents that they will send on my behalf to them, so the people that they know. So what that does is I have a immediate access, and I also have the credibility and the backing of that person that knows the president and vice president. So my letter goes actually directly to the person, doesn't get vetted by people in the organization that it may not necessarily get or be a priority. So that's a very important thing. And the next thing is actually the letter itself. You really want to put your best foot forward. You want to make sure that you are really making a compelling case to get their support. Now, what I mean by this is you have to touch their heartstrings. You have to make them understand why they should support you. Making them understand why they support the cause is one thing, but making them choose you among all the others that are asking or soliciting fundraising is very important as well. So why should they support Patrick? Why should they support Jane? Why should they support John? It's one thing to support Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, but why should they support you? So that's very important. The other thing you want to do is you want to keep it short and sweet. People that are in these positions that are very busy, they don't have time to read 10-page letters and watch 5-minute long videos and things like that. So you really want to get to the point, and you want to be very concise. So you want to get your message across in as little time as possible. And the other thing that you want to do is you want to tell them what to do. Okay, so in your fundraising letter, in your forms, you want to make sure that it describes exactly what they have to do. Sign here, return this in the self-addressed stamped envelope by this date. Make it really easy for them. If you can pre-fill it out for them because you spoke to them on the phone or something, that's even better. All they have to do is sign it and return it. The other thing that I do is in my letter, when I send it, I say, I will be following up with you on this date. So right away they have an idea of, okay, so if I don't do something, they're going to call me back, or Patrick's going to call me back, so I better do something. But usually what happens is they wait till you call them because they may have questions. So give them about a week and say, I will be following up with you in 1 week. And make sure you have the phone number to get in touch with them. But at least now they know that you're going to be calling them. And most of the time what happens is they're expecting your call because they have a couple questions for you. And usually the call is just to close or to make sure or to clarify. Okay? So that's my last point, is really to follow up. So if you're saying that you're going to call, make sure you call. Okay? Don't send off letters to 100 different people and don't follow up. I would say that in 95% of the cases that I've gotten corporate sponsors, it's been because of the follow-ups. If I hadn't followed up, that number would be maybe 5%, okay? So it's very important that you do follow up. You make that call, and make sure that you get in touch with them to solicit their support. So I'm Patrick Pressmore, and I hope this was clarifying for you. These are my 5 tips, and good luck with your fundraising. Cheers.